There are many different events and situations that are considered to be the causes of the Civil War. While many may have influenced the start of the Civil War, it was the issues of state rights and sectionalism that led to the war. The tension began when the number of equal slave states and free states were disrupted when the South permitted California to enter as a free state in exchange for laws strengthening slavery. The balance was once again upset with the addition of free Minnesota and Oregon in 1858 and 1859. This caused for a widening gap between slave and free states. The southern states began to feel threatened by the federal government and by the northern states because they thought the North would now have more power. As the South recognized that control of the government was slipping away, it turned to states' rights argument to protect slavery. Southerners claimed that the federal government was prohibited by the 10th Amendment from invading the rights of slaveholders to take their property into new territory. The South also argued that the northern states were uncooperative with the Fugitive Slave Clause in the U.S. Constitution, and that the U.S. government had no right to restrict property rights in the new territories. They also argued that the growing power of the North in the U.S. government imperiled the interests of the South. They also stated that the federal government was not permitted to interfere with slavery in those states where it already existed. They felt that this type of strict interpretation of the Constitution, or perhaps secession, would protect their way of life. Along with the widening gap due to states' rights, sectional differences divided the North and the South even more. The expansion of sectionalism was a primary cause of the Civil War because it created more tension between the North and the South over slavery in the West and the industrial and sectional differences between the two areas. Since the states voluntarily entered into the constitutional union in the founding era, the South reasoned that they could voluntarily withdraw. Abraham Lincoln disagreed and moved to stop their succession. Lincoln argued that a house divided against itself cannot stand. Lincoln did not believe that the United States could survive if the North and South continued to separate so much. But because of these two issues, and the fact that the North and South could never come to an agreement, the Civil War began in 1861.